Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's day 20 of NaNoWriMo, and I have nothing done. I've written a few words this week, but basically nothing done. Hi, Hayden. Nice to see you. Hours to see family, and now we're on the way back. My phone connection is kind of spotty. I understand. You drove for 2 hours. That's a long ride. Hi, Jenna. It's good that you're here. And Claude, hi. Nice to see you. Usually you come in at the end. BA! Hey! Nice to see you. Got quite a few already. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Hayden is fairly new, but he's been pretty regular since he started. BA is one of our older members who's been coming back a little bit more recently. Excuse me. Claude comes usually at the end of the stream. Hi, Renee. How are you? Like I said, I've done a little bit of writing, but I gave up on Nano. This year isn't happening. But that's fine. That's really fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm just not in the mood to write. I've done a little bit of writing, but I mean, there's no way I'm going to get 50,000 words. I'll be lucky if I get 1,000 words. I am streaming to 1 a.m., Renee. So 4 hours. So you have time to have dinner and come back. No problem. Me says, look at all these cool peeps on screen and in chat. Yeah, you guys are filling up my chat screen. Well, yeah, I've had a lot going on, and I've had a lot of stress, and I don't deal with it well. And even though I got the good news that I got approved for the assisted living, there's still a lot of what ifs, and yeah, I agree, Renee. I quit Nano too. Not doing it. Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of stress. There will be stress until I'm settled and understand how it all works. I was on the website and I got a little bit of ideas of what's included, but like there's different levels of care, and the more care you need, the more expensive it is. So, I don't know how much my uh, Medicaid covers, whether hopefully it'll cover the level I need, but I don't know how much that'll leave me each month in my bank account to work with. So there may be a lot of things that have to go, and that includes, the extras I have on here. Even if I can stream, I probably won't be able to afford $25 a month just to have the options of my own, overlays and stuff. I would have to go back to the free version. If I can even stream at all, I don't know. As far as I know, Wi-Fi is included. I'm not sure I saw that listed on the website. They don't include phone and cable, so that's two things I have to pay for. If I don't watch TV all that much, but I'll have to wait and see whether or not. Renee is outlining her romance project. I'd say good luck with that because I don't like outlining. But I know some people definitely do. So BA says I'm doing okay. Hope all's going well with you. Renee says there's been too much going on with my kiddos and family. We had a loss. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss. It's always hard when there's a loss. She says, how's work? I've been good, not writing as much as I prefer, but work has been a bit busy. Hayden says, we'll be okay, Tessa. Well, if we're talking about NANO, or maybe we're talking about the assistant living, I have no idea what's going on with that. It really scares me because I don't like change, and this is a big change, and I'll lose a lot of things that I'm used to having, but I need the medical support that assisted living will give me. And since my kids are trying to get me into a nursing home, I'd much rather be in assisted living than a nursing home. Believe me. Because, they don't like me living here alone and all these things happening and nobody's around. Nobody will know, something happens. There's nobody to know. So, I wear a medical alert button. Claude says, understandable, Tessa. Change is stressful. Sending you good vibes. Thank you, Claude. Yes, change is stressful. Definitely. This is a brand new place, and it should be really nice. And it says, yes. There are pictures, sort of pictures on the website. You can see little bits and pieces of it. I don't know. It's looks like 3 or 4 floors. There's 154 units there, which is bigger than this that I'm living in. 154 units. This has got a little over 100 units. Just barely over 100 units. So, yeah, it'd be a big change. Hi, Misty Kate. How are you? So, it'll be a big change. I'll have to meet new people, which I have a hard time doing. Meeting people's hard for me. I'm an introvert. You wouldn't know it by this. I'm surprised I can even do this, but I'm an introvert. So, BA says work has been good. I have had to miss a lot this year, so I am behind, but I guess I will get caught back up eventually. I understand that feeling. I would say it's kind of. Have you ever heard of like a studio apartment? You got a kitchenette, a bathroom, and then a big room that is your living area and your sleep area. Like there's not a separate bedroom, but there is a kitchenette and there's a private. It's all private, which is the great part because the other one I tried for, and most of these places are shared, and I didn't want to share a place, so I'm so glad that I got into this one. Hi, Melanie. Nice to see you. Everybody's showing up. We got a lot of people here today. Yeah, a kitchenette. It doesn't have a stove. It has a microwave, a refrigerator, lots of cabinets. I'm surprised there's like 3 large cabinets over the sink area. And, there's a countertop there. And then there's a little microwave and a refrigerator with a freezer. So they said, if you want ice cream, you can actually get ice cream and put it in your freezer. I don't know how big it is, but... And it's not like I'm going to be probably not going to be able to keep my car. So running out and buying things probably won't be something I'll be able to do. I'd have to wait until my kids are free and feel like doing something. Melanie was jumping up and down when she read the news yesterday. I wouldn't have known. I wasn't going to call again. I didn't want to be a pain. I called twice. And this time, though, when I called, she said, yes, the building's done. And I'm like, oh, man, and they haven't called me? And I said, so you're moving people in? And she says, well, not yet. We don't have our license in. She said, Did you apply? I said, yeah, I applied, and I even had an interview in the beginning of August. She goes, did you pick your room yet? I said, no, nobody's called me. She just delivered it. So she transferred me over to the woman who did the interview, and she says, when you want to come out and see and pick a room? I said, does this mean, I mean, I want to hear it said that I am approved for this, that I am getting this. She goes, yes, you're approved. So you come out on Monday and pick out your room. So, yeah. So I'm excited about that because there's different style rooms and different locations. I don't know whether they are set up by how much care you need. I don't know anything like that, but they do say they include cleaning, house cleaning, and uh, laundry and linens, which I, worried about my bed. And you guys are talking about funky the other night. Um, and yes, they have a cafeteria, so you don't have to worry about food. And so it's just, and the private room was the biggest thing. I mean, and it's brand new. I mean, a brand new building. You can't ask for much more. Melanie put Funky and Jen in timeout last week. Yep. So Monday, we'll see what the place looks like and everything. I talked my daughter into coming with me, please, please. I said, I don't want to go by myself. Plus, she's good at looking at the room and seeing what we can take and what we can't take. Because I don't know how much I can take with me. Thank you, Hayden. It does sound perfect. That's what scares me. It sounds perfect. You don't have to worry about cooking, but you can stock all the ice cream you want. Yeah. I mean, you can microwave. So if you wanted to keep microwave meals in your freezer or something, you could. But it's not real big, I'm sure. I mean, I was looking at the picture. It's just a small fridge and freezer. So, but you could make like tea or coffee. I don't drink coffee, but you could keep that stuff. You guys are going over what happened the last time. I don't know, and that's the thing is I don't know, and I've heard so many different stories from people who've lived in places like this, so I don't really know, what this place is offering. So I got like a million questions, and I'll be out of the area of all my doctors, which means what the doctor there can't do, I'll have to find new doctors, and I'll have to figure out how I'm going to get there. I mean, I get Medicaid provides, but I don't know if they come to facilities. I know they'll pick me up at my home because I've used them before. She was not in assisted living, but she got food every day. Well, assisted living has several different layers, so you can private pay and you can live there, and it'd be just like having an apartment. But then, as you start to age and have problems, you can phase all that stuff in that you need. You just have to pay more. But they have different levels, and they do private pay besides Medicaid. So, but the way I understand it, there is a cafeteria that gives us 3 meals a day, plus snacks, I heard. Yeah, there's some kind of transportation for local outings. I just don't think there's transportation for medical. And I think that's going to be an issue because there's some things that a regular doctor just can't do. And I'm going to need to find a new doctor in the area, and then I'm going to have to use the Medicaid transportation. I won't have a choice. So I won't have a car. At least I don't think I'll be able to keep the car. I doubt they're going to give me that much money each month. They take most of my disability. That's the other thing is I'm on a low salt diet, so I don't know if they have separate things set up or if I'll have to, choose. And I don't know if there's like just, different things each day, or is it like one meal for the day and that's what you get? And, that could be problematic because I may not like what the meal for the day is, or maybe not, shouldn't be eating it either. Yeah. Well, we talked about the phone because I said, you're going to have to try to figure out how to add me to yours because I need a phone. I can't be in here without a phone. And, I have everything in my iPhone, all the people I have to call. And, I don't want to have to try to use just a regular phone and make, phone calls. So, yeah, low salt food. It's rough because it's not very tasty for one thing. And not knowing what you can have, because some things, like a cheesesteak on a 10-inch roll, would be my whole salt intake for the day. I couldn't eat nothing else. That would be it. So, I'm still learning what's low salt, what's medium salt, and what's a no no. All processed food is pretty much a no no. So, things like hot dogs and lunch meat and all that stuff is no, not on the menu. And things cooked without salt are horrible. I tried to eat pasta without the salt cooked in the noodles, and it was so awful. Melanie says my husband's trying to transition to low salt foods as well. He's pretty much given up frozen meals. Frozen meals are really high in salt, so I can have them occasionally. I just have to watch what I eat in the rest of the day. So if I like eat, fruit and vegetable, which is low in sodium, then I could have a meal, but it'll take up like half my salt for the day. Yeah. We jumped when we looked at certain sodium percent values in our food at home. Let's say we made a cleanup. Yep, Claude, I understand. I have a whole bunch of food that I'm like gonna have to take downstairs to the table for someone else because I won't be able to eat them. That's it. I was told to stay away from processed foods because they're high in everything. Because they have to make it, last. They have to make it high in, and everything that's prepared, is so high in sodium. Well, see, the crazy thing is the doctor wants me to eat potatoes because they have, I guess, they're low in sodium. I'm not sure if they're the ones, I think they're the ones, though, with potassium, and I need to have potassium. But then it contradicts my diabetes diet. So it's really complicated. Like trying to handle low salt and a diabetic diet is almost impossible. Like I'm going crazy. And I'm on liquid restriction. I can only have 50 ounces a day. That's it. No more, no less. And that's difficult. So if I wanted to have juice, well, there goes, 8 ounces or so of my liquid for the day. And, I've had something to drink with each meal. And then I have a little bit of water left over for the day. It's really hard. I hate sweet potatoes. Don't eat them. Yeah, I have low potassium, and that's another. Every time I go in the hospital, that's a major issue. And they said you're gonna have to start taking pills. Well, I'm not taking horse pills. I tried that before and about choked to death on them. Hey, Alley Cat, nice to see you. Boy, it's popping in here today. You hate sweet potatoes? Is that what you're saying, Mel? I know I hate them, and I don't eat rice either. They're like, eat brown rice instead of white rice. I said, I don't eat rice, period. Yeah, I had to take potassium when I was in the hospital. with COVID. Oh my God, they're chalk pills. Yeah, and they're too big. And if I can't chop them up into a million pieces, then I'm not taking them. And he's like, well, you're going to have to make sure you eat like plenty of bananas and fruit has potassium in it and potatoes and tomatoes, but they're also high. Some of them are also high in sodium or they're high in carbs. It's really hard. Allie hates sweet potatoes too. Yeah, I understand. I think they're awful. So we get to see how all this works out. Sometime my daughter hopes she's like, I hope it's not at Christmas time. Like, I have no idea because they have to wait to the state to give them the rest of their licensing. They're not ready to open yet. The building's done. We can go in and pick our rooms and stuff, but they can't have people live there. Making one of your nurses laugh when you struggled that one time. It's not funny, man. You're choking on that damn thing. Or you're talking about, I'm not sure if you're talking about sweet potatoes or the horse pills. Uh, People try to give me baked sweet potatoes. I'm like, I don't like sweet potatoes in any form. I was going to read for these sprints until I got home, but none of my books saved to my Chromebook. Oh, might do some revisions. That's a shame, Hayden. Well, we probably should start and get our first sprint on. Okay, I have it set up. I got a different one for the holiday, but these are going to be harder. That's why I didn't put one up to count the time in between. But we got 4 hours tonight, so this is a 25-minute timer, and it's Saturday, and I usually do 25 minutes. So let's see if I can get this to work right. I'm going to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Now, hopefully, okay, it's working, and you should be able to see it. It's supposed to be a Thanksgiving one, but I don't quite get the Thanksgiving. There's no turkey there, but I couldn't find anything except for cartoony like ones, and I didn't like them. So I got this one. All right, so Melanie wasn't choking, thank goodness, but I tried to wash it down with lots of water, and it's like my lips just stopped functioning. It was really hilarious. Well, I choked on one, and I said, I am not doing this again. And when you cut them, they're sharp, so they tend to, like, I had to cut it into at least 4 pieces because it cut into my mouth going down because it was so big, and the edges were sharp. So, yeah, I agree. Sweet potatoes are nasty. Okay, I'm going to mute myself while we sprint, and everybody can do whatever it is you plan to do for these sprints. I'm probably going to read. I'm not really feeling like writing, or I might go through. I have a ton of paperwork to get out of my file cabinets. I have 4 file drawers that are packed, so you can't even pull anything out of them. And I have to get rid of all this paper because I have, one, I don't want to store it all, and 2, I don't need it all. But I can't just throw it out. I have to go through each piece to make sure there's nothing important on it I have to get rid of. So I did that a lot last night in Charlie's stream. Plus, I got a bunch of stickers. I got to go through my arts and crafts because I promised somebody here she could have whatever I didn't want. So I have to go through them too. So I'll be doing something like that. So I'll see you all in 22 minutes. Beepity beep. This obviously doesn't beep. Or maybe because I was muted. I don't know. But this sprint is over. Oh, I went through 3 books of stickers, pulling out just the ones that I know I'm going to use. Put the rest in the giveaway box. I really got to get moving on this stuff now because I have no idea. They could give me a message so that I can move in a week for all I know. Depends on when they get the thing. So Claude got 362 words. Good job. Hayden's going to log off till he gets home because he's zoned. uh, Melanie with cooking, peeling, and dicing potatoes. Jenna's going to write next sprint. Melanie says, finished my Bujo spreads right when the timer hit 0. I already had the layout set up. I just needed to add the sections for the first week of dailies. Tessa, you're lost in the screen and so far away. Yeah, well, that's because it's a dumb timer. I mean, I can turn it off and just put it on when we're going to use it. Alley Cat has 186 words and eating a cupcake. Oh, man, I want a cupcake. Good job. Yeah, what flavor a cupcake? Alley Cat is eating a cupcake. Melanie organized her office closet yesterday and donated a bunch of stuff to Goodwill this morning. That's a good job. It's something I have to do now because I know at least half the stuff, has to go. I will not be able to take it with me. It might be a good sized room, but it's not going to be able to hold a lot of stuff. So, and the people that had already set to take certain things have backed out on me. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I was going to give the air conditioner to the guy who always helps me when I'm in the hospital. But then they got so hot waiting because it took so long because this should have happened a while ago and they're still building. And then, so he had to buy an air conditioner, so he doesn't need it now. So, let's see. Random question. Claude wants to know, does anyone have a Kindle reader? Yes. I had one that I could not charge up anymore, but there is a good special on them now. I don't know if they still have this problem. I don't know. My Kindle didn't have a problem charging. I had a Kindle Fire. I still have it. It's just that I usually use my phone now. I use my Kindle on my phone. I can read all my Kindle books on my phone, so that's usually with me. Alley Cat says, what do you call it? My brain isn't working. White cake with pink frosting. Vanilla cake, pink frosting. Is it strawberry or just colored vanilla icing? Oh, it does taste like strawberry, but you're not sure. Okay. Yeah, mine's several years old, but I didn't have any problem with it. But I don't use it. I mean, it's sitting there. Melanie upgraded to an Amazon Fire Tablet 7 and paid for the non-ads version. Definitely worth it. I just have a regular Amazon Fire Kindle. I don't have a tablet. I think I paid $50 for it last year. It holds charge for a little while, and it's good. I wish I used it more. Yeah, it holds its charge for quite a while, but I haven't used it in ages, so I don't know. It's been sitting there. Jenna writes romance. Oh no, Melanie says to Jenna, I know, but What post is she referring to? I didn't hear her before. I think we were talking about the cupcake. Amazon Fire. I'll check that. Don't know what it is. Amazon Fire is a type of Kindle. It might be not a Kindle anymore. It might be a tablet, like Melanie was saying. Mine's a Kindle, but I don't even know how to use it. It's very difficult, and I'm no good. I like using the version on my phone. Love my Kindle Paperwhite. I haven't had any charging issues. I can't help you with the question because there's too many questions going by. I can't keep up with them, so I'm not sure. Mine is working too, but it's one of those that's touchscreen but doesn't have that bright screen. I don't know what it is exactly, but it works well. Yeah, I think mine's a touchscreen too. The Fire. You have to touch it, and it's like an Android. And my son says, "You're never going to be able to figure that out because you can't even figure out an Android," which is right. I can use an iPhone, but it's like Amazon's version of the iPad. I found one at my mom's house, and I rarely use it. Jenna says. Melanie says, "Okay, what else?" Melanie says, "Be right back. Gotta check the taters." I was referring to the journal that you posted a picture of to Melanie. My old one was working just fine until I skipped a couple of months without reading. It died there. Wow. I know my old original one, and they weren't touch screens back then. It just died one day, and I'm like, "Damn, I'm right in the middle of something, and I can't go any further." Autistics for all the answers. Hmm. I'm getting tired of eating the same stuff. I have no food other than stuff I don't want to eat. I'm tired of eating the same stuff. Allie says I'm the opposite. I don't know how to use Apple products, but know how to use Android and Samsung products since I've used those more. Yeah, well, half my family is iPhone and half my family is Android. I'm having my iPhone. He says you're never going to figure the Android out. Get one on sale, Claude. They're great, Jenna says. I got mine. I got money for Christmas, and I bought it, and it's like very difficult for me to use. But I can use my phone. I can use it on my computer. The Kindle lets you do all that, so you can buy the Kindle's product, and you can read it on different things: your phone, your Kindle, your computer. So that's what I do. Maybe I'll give it another chance. I have so many things saved on that Kindle. It isn't funny. Right now, I'm still hooked on the Kennedy Fox book, so that's what I'm reading. Yes, I read my Kindle books on computer now. I don't have a cell phone. Well, I do. Sometimes I read them on the computer. Sometimes, more often than not, I read them on my cell phone, and it's great because if I go somewhere and I have to wait for something, I can sit in the parking lot and read off my phone. So I like that. I am hoping my daughter is going to be able to get my account switched to hers and help me pay for it if I can't afford it, because not having the cell phone with all the stuff that's in there would be really terrible. And having to go back to a regular old house phone, I really don't want to do. I don't know how much that would end up costing me. And I wouldn't be able to take it with me. Not that I'm going to be going a lot of places, because I'm going to be stuck without a car most likely. So, unless one of my kids is planning on coming to pick me up, and I wouldn't want to hold my breath on that one. I'm going to be stuck there anyhow. So then I might want to get the cable pack. They only offer, I'm sure, basic cable. It's like $25, something like that. But I don't know how much money I'm going to have each month to work with. I wish I had all that information. She did tell me when I made my appointment that I still have paperwork to do. I said, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of paperwork still left to do. But at least I get a chance to pick a room before everybody else does. So. Because they didn't, obviously, aren't calling people yet. So by calling, I got a chance of an early choose. I get more to choose from. Because when I moved in here, I didn't get this was the only apartment left. They didn't have anything else because I asked for a handicap apartment. They said, sorry, we gave the last one away to the last person. I'm like, great. So I have a regular apartment. I wanted a handicap one. So this time I get a chance because they're not calling everybody and telling them. So it was good I decided to make a pain of myself and call. I wasn't going to. I really wasn't. But I got different news than I expected. So, and she goes, you can come Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I said, Tuesday I can't come. And I said, I'm so excited, make it Monday. I don't want to wait to Wednesday. I want to go right away. And I wanted more of a sooner chance than other people coming before me. So I have hopefully better chance. So I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time. All right. Thanks, Jenna. I'll have to let you guys know what happens after I go for the appointment. I wonder if I think about it, maybe I can take a picture. I didn't even think about that. I might be able to take a picture. Allie's Bookish Life. Hello there. How are you? We're just getting ready to do our next sprint. 25 minutes. I gotta put the timer back on. I'm still learning with this timer. All right, there's the timer. And it's going to be set for 25 minutes. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of excited right now because I just learned that I got the assisted living place I was looking for. And I get to choose my room on Monday. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. Thank you. All right, let's get the next 25-minute timer going. That was almond. I don't know. Why did it go to 25? There it is, 25. All right. 25 minutes, guys. Make that longer, bigger, a little bigger. All right. I will see you in 25 minutes. It doesn't beep or anything, so I have to keep my eye on it. All right. Another sprint done. Oh wait, you just went and grabbed an apple real quick, trying to cut it up. The screen might have froze. I've noticed a few times on the other timer that it would freeze. I'm sorry, GD, you had such a hard time at work. Sometimes work just sucks. And if you have a choice, you could go look for another job or put up with it. That's what everybody told me when I complained about my job. So, yeah, the timer probably froze. The other one was freezing on me too. Jenna got 674. Cool. And Allie, we have two Allies, got 773 that round. Good job, both of you. I went through 6 sticker books, pulling out just the stickers I'm going to use. The rest I'll give away. I'm giving away a lot of stuff, but I don't have a choice. So I'll be giving it away. That was the start. 6 books of stickers I went through. And I only kept a few pages of it, which is like, really not even a full book worth. Maybe half a book worth. The rest of them I'm giving away, unfortunately. But that's the way the ball bounces. Someone else can get something out of them. Melanie ate dinner and currently putting non-slip adhesive on the bottoms of some small carpets I have around the apartment, mainly the kitchen and bathroom. Yeah, that's a good idea. You don't need to be slipping. This stuff's amazing. Cool. Allie says, I'm very close to finishing Nano. I'm sitting at 247 right now. 49,247. Wow. You could probably do that tonight. You're almost done. Very good. And it's what, the 20th? So, like, we're 2/3 of the way through. You're finishing really early. Good job. I quit. I gave up. Shanna says I didn't sign up for it, but I'm probably close to 50K. I signed up for it, but I didn't do much. So, as far as I'm concerned, not even doing it anymore. I quit. That's the goal. The book will need at least another 30K more to finish. Well, that's the one thing is, you do 50,000 words, and it's like, well, in most cases, that's not a book. It's still got, unless you're writing a, novella or something, a small short story, it's 50,000 words is not going to produce a book. So, yeah, you got another 30K more to finish it. But you got a great start. Definitely got a great start. So I'm glad for you. I don't think too many of us in here are doing Nano this year. Some people have never done Nano. Mine is about 130K. I wrote the first 50K last year, and now 50K this year. Oh, cool. Good job. I usually do the camps, and I can set like a 20,000 goal, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. Usually, the 20,000 is an okay thing for me. This is Claude's first year in doing Nano. Okay. I've been doing this since 2004, and the 50,000 words or something I can't get. I'm a short story writer, and I have a blog which I haven't touched in months now, and I really need to get back to before everybody forgets who I am. Yeah, I like the camps better because you can, you know, definitely less pressure. You can pick your own goal. You can. I did mine one time in hours, so I counted up how many hours I was going to work per day and multiplied it by the amount of days in the month. And I could still use the graph and counter and everything. It's just that, of course, it was a lot smaller because it was hours and not words. I need to participate in the camp. I always forget about it. uh, well, it can count because now that they have recognized nano rebels, you can do it in a series of books. So, camps are April and July. April and July. And just the month before, they had the worldwide write-a-thon each time. I used April's 2020's camp to draft the first 25K of Knights of the Rainmaker. That's good. Well, that's the thing. You can do anything you want in camp. Yeah, and they now acknowledge that people are rebels. They even give a badge for being a rebel. You can be a rebel, so you could do that. So that's what I usually do is I combine all the stuff I write. But this time I'm not writing period, so there isn't anything to to count. Oh yeah, I love being a rebel. I was a rebel before they started putting the badge out. I just did what I wanted to do. Alley Cat is back. I got up to move a bit since my legs were sore. That's a good indication that you need to move, definitely. Wow, it's 10:37. We have two alleys in here right now. Just to let you know, in case you didn't see her, there's another alley in here. Melanie says, I'm just hanging out for a bit at this point. Don't really have the brain power to work on revisions. Revisions are hard. I'm reading, I'm eating, and I'm going through stuff that I have to get rid of. Little at a time. I need to move a lot faster, though. I need to quit laying around in bed reading and do some more. I told my daughter she needs to get over here because I need her to help me. If she doesn't push me, I don't do nothing. Plus, she's really good at organizing, and she'll go, do you really need this stuff? Really? I mean, do you really need this stuff? And I need that. I need somebody to do that. Because I've had plenty of months to get this place cleaned out, but I haven't done it. Jenna says, I'm forcing myself to write tonight. I have felt off all week and slacked off. Misty K says, hi, sorry. I'm back. Got on the phone with my brother. Well, that's important. Melanie says, I have a feeling you're going to get the call soon for a quick move in. That's what I'm afraid of, that it's going to be a quick thing, that they're going to get the paperwork from the state, and it's going to be, okay, you got to do all your paperwork, and, it's going to be. And my daughter doesn't want to do it at Christmas time. I was like, I don't have a lot of choice. When they tell me I have to move, I got to move. Yeah, the party's still go. All right, you called in Friday to get some healing in. Well, sometimes you have to do that. Good things take time. Great things happen all at once. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid it's going to be a last minute. They want 30 days notice where I'm living. I said, I can't guarantee you 30 days because of the way this works. I have to be there the first of the month. They're going to be taking out the amount from my checks for the living in the new place. And so will have to be out by a certain, hopefully they give me enough time to do all that so I can be done by the first. So I don't have to pay another month's rent. Sister and a half brother. My daughter has three kids by three different guys, all who have not step, what are they? Half siblings from from the other side of the family. So these two, they're the two of them are brothers. They still have so, three of them. I'm sorry, the three of them are brothers. I forgot I got three now, and they all have different fathers. So they all have three different families, and three sets of, well, not three sets of grandparents because one set's already gone. And it's crazy trying to keep all of his siblings straight. The three of them, because they got three different sets of siblings. None of them have the same siblings either, because the half siblings came from the father. So she's got all these grandparents to keep track of, all these siblings to keep track of. It's like crazy. These headphones bother my ears, and I got my hearing aids in, and I swear they're not doing anything. I turned them all the way up, and I don't think they're doing anything because I didn't hear a change. And I put the video on, and I was trying to listen to it. I didn't hear a change in the sound, so I don't know if I just don't have them in right, which is possible. But I don't think that they're really working because I don't hear a difference. That's right. She's supposed to call me on Monday and ask me how they did. Well, so far I'm not impressed. They're better than the ones I had, but they don't seem to pick up any sounds. I can't tell a difference. So, Melanie's going to hop off a little early and start winding down for bed. Have a great night, everyone. Happy writing. Good night, Melanie. Thanks for stopping in. See you later. Keep you guys advised on what's going on with my move, which is getting closer. Talking about Punky. Punky usually doesn't show up. If he does, it's at the end of the thing. Most of the time he's with his family on the weekend. He might pop in and say hello, but that's about it. Yeah, it's not normal on Saturdays for him to be here, except maybe to say hi. It's hot in here again. Jeez. It's 37 degrees outside, but it's hot in this apartment. All right, I guess we should start another sprint. Yay. Let's see if I can get the timer on. All right. And start it. And we're going to go now. the timer stopped. I see it started again, but I was watching it. I didn't know what I could do about it. And I finally restarted. Oh, it stopped again. Come on. The whole screen went black, so I knew there was a problem with it. Don't want to use this timer again, obviously. It's got problems. Claude says, another random question. Since how long do you stream, Tessa? I'm a little confused. Do you mean how much do I stream at a time, or do you mean how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming a little over a year now. But as far as my streams run, they used to run forever. Sometimes 12 hours at a time. I would just keep streaming every night. But I can't do that anymore. My body can't handle it. So my streams are 2 hours each on Tuesday and Thursday, and 4 hours on Saturday. Unless something comes up and I just don't feel like I can make 4 hours, then I'll cut it. But as far as when I started, it was well over a year ago. I think it was a year in April that I started streaming. And whether I'll be able to continue depends on the Wi-Fi where I'm moving. Central heating and air, no, because I see in the picture, like a hotel, you see under the window the little heater and air conditioning unit. So it looks like each room is individual, which is good because I'm usually hotter than everybody else. So I'll be able to keep it cooler and not have a roommate yell, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too, whatever. I can hopefully adjust it to whatever I want. And it's supposed to be included in the fee, the utilities, except for cable and phone. So that's good. It's better not to have central heating and air because I can control it that way. About the same time you discovered live writing instruments existed. Yeah, I was thinking about it for a while, and then I said, well, no time like the present, might as well try it. I just went to get the next book in the series, and it's not written yet. It's in pre-order. So there's at least 2 more books to this series, at least 2 more books. But I think it said 9 total, and this is 7. Maybe there's 3 more. This is 7. I don't know. All I know is it's not going to come out till next year. So I'm kind of disgusted because I wanted to keep on reading. So I'm looking at the other ones that they have. Let's see if I want to read them or not. This one has 3 books. None of them obviously are free. I have to pay for them. Come on. So now I have a different. I'm not in the same series anymore, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like this one. I got so involved with that series; it had so many books. My ears are killing me. I hate these headphones. Oh, we're almost done this spring. I'm reading the Bishop family series on Kennedy Fox, and started out with the first generation, and now it went through that generation and their kids, and and then they all had kids, and their kids are having kids, and it's been a really long, involved series. But they're at the point where they end it, and the others are coming later, and they're up for pre-order, so I can't read them until next year. And then I may forget about them. I got this almost done. The sprint is almost done. So, like, I was really involved in the family, and I didn't want to stop reading. It kind of come to a crashing to an end. Yeah, feeling having to wait and really hate it. Now I'm gonna try another series and see if this catches my interest or not. I got some other books I can read, but let's see if this one catches my interest or not. It's hung up again. Come on. Guess it's not. What are you doing? Oh, this is, yeah, it says Thanksgiving, then it says Autumn. I don't know. It's stuck. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. Allie says, I did it. I got 855 words that round, making me surpass the 50K mark. Yes! Congratulations. So much more to do, but going to call it a night. Thank you so much for the sprints you all rock. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I'm so glad you made your goal. Congratulations. Have a great night. Hope to see you around sometime soon. Alley Cat says 270 words and been snacking a little bit too. I ate an apple. That was good. Oh, those emojis are wash hands. Sorry, I thought it was applause. I was wondering why you were washing hands. Uh, Jenna got 602. Good job. I got the headphones off my ears right now. Not that it's making any sound, anyhow. Thing's still hung up, the other timer, so I'll probably end up having to put the other timer on because, oh, finally went down to 0. That's why I dropped it down there. But it's still rolling. And I turned it off, so it shouldn't be doing anything. So I don't know what it's doing. So I guess that's it for that one. I have to get a different one. The same old one is fine. Oh, so tomorrow is Sunday. Cool. I still got one more day. Even though I'm off all the time, 24/7, obviously. I look forward to the weekends because I can sleep late because the aide doesn't come in. When she comes in, I have to get up at 6:30, and I hate it. God night. Uh, it could be a God night. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna quit that timer because it's just running over there. And when the time comes, I'll have to put the old timer back up. I didn't realize it was how bad it was. Maybe it's because it's been used so many times. I don't know. Well, my hair's a mess. These headphones make my hair messy. I need to get my pain medicine. Yeah, getting your goal will do that to you. That's cool. She got her goal. Yeah, this news story has nothing to do with the Bishop brothers at all. In a completely different state. Oh well, hopefully it'll be as interesting. Not all theirs I like though. I have to pull up Amazon again and try deleting the ones I already read off. Because it's hard to find the ones I haven't read when I got so many I read. I need to get them off of there. And Claude has to go to sleep. Okay, thanks for the stream and have a good night. Or God night, everyone. Thanks for coming and have a great night. We'll see you soon. You started something new, Jen. Hmm. I've been trying to hold off on my pain medicine and not take it as often because I'm going to run out if I'm not careful. It's really hard. Though for some reason, the last 3 days haven't been as painful as normal, so that's good, at least. Can't believe it's just a little after 11. The 2 hour one seems super quick, and the 4 hour one always seems to take forever. Like if we were doing a regular one, we'd be done already. It just seems so slow. Yeah, it's a long time. I guess because I've gotten used to 2 hours now, so the 4 hour one always seems so long. Where I used to go for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours at a time every night. I did stream on Charlie's last night, but it was only 3 hours. Even they're cutting their hours down. They found it was just too much. So I'm not the only one, though. They did make it 3 hours at the end. They said 2 hours isn't quite enough, so we're going to try 3 hours next week. Because they said that their analytics told them that 6 to 8 was the best time. Yet when I look at when I was doing mine, I didn't look at the analytics, but most of the people weren't showing up to 9 o'clock. So for the first 2 hours, I'd be there alone by myself. So that's why I made mine 9 to 11. But they said that their analytics said 6 to 8 was better. I guess it depends on the people that are on the stream. I keep wanting to be able to tell my mom and dad, what's going on, and then it's like I can't. My mom's not here on this earth anymore, and my dad is in a nursing home with no not much of a memory left. So it's not like I can tell him. I told my sister she can tell my dad, but whether or not he'll understand is hard. Who knows? So I told my sister, I told my two daughters, I told my son, and my son actually called me. That doesn't happen often. So he actually called me. He goes, "Does this mean you're moving?" I'm like, "Yes, it means I'm moving." but you won't be here to help. So hopefully my grandson said he would give me a hand. Hopefully he'll be available on the day. Hopefully my kids will be available on the day. I have no idea when it's going to be. But I obviously can't do it during the week. It'll have to be a weekend. I really need to get moving. And I have so much stuff here that I know I need to get rid of. And I just got more delivered. And I'm like, oh no. I didn't order it. But they have me like on an auto schedule. And I didn't answer back and say, I guess I should have called and said, don't send it this month. I don't need it. But they sent it. So now I got two good sized boxes sitting in my living room, which I didn't need the product. So now it's going to be taking up room in my closet. Space I really don't have. So I gotta, next time they send me a notice, I gotta pay attention and send them a. Plus, I have to find out, do I have to still order all this stuff? Is it part of the stuff that I get from what, the assisted living? I have to find all this out. There's so many questions. I don't know how many questions I'll be able to ask. I'm working on a list of questions. I don't know how many questions I'll be actually able to ask on the day we meet for the picking out room. I don't know if she'll be talkative about things or not. I kind of need to know certain things so I know whether I need to bring this stuff or do I get rid of it. Because most of it, I'm just going to put up for free. Most of it, anyhow. I've got 2 paintings I'm working on. Yeah, but it's a timing. Just because I'm going in to pick a room doesn't mean she has time to sit there and answer questions or wants to. I'm sure they'll eventually get answered, but whether they'll get answered on Monday, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know whether she'll answer. Some of it is on the website, so I'm pretty sure I know some of the answers. I know I need to plan everything. That's what's got me all in a tizzy right now. I've been waiting so long for this. And I figured if I waited too long, I'd end up in a nursing home before I made it into assisted living. Thank God it worked out. Because my kids are getting to be a real pain about me living alone. And I know that every time I go to the hospital's like, do you live alone? Yes. And then I get that look. Yeah, I'm excited to see the room. It's going to be different From what I understand, there's different layouts, so and different parts of the building. So I guess that's the choice I'll get to make is which type of room and what part of the building I want to be in. I wish you could too. And then once that part's done, I just have to wait. And then there's paperwork that has to be finished. I went to the website hoping that the little tour they had on there was available so I could look at it again. But now that it's open, they took the tour off, and you just have to call and make an appointment if you want to see the place for people that aren't already haven't already applied. So as I was going to go look at the recording again, so I could kind of refresh my memory what it looked like. The one room, they only showed you one room. They didn't show you all the layouts. I don't know how many different layouts they have, but they said that they're not all the same. Well, I'm not very good with the video thing, so I don't know how that would end up working. Me and my phone didn't get along very well together. And I wouldn't know how to post it. So I'm not an Instagram person very well. I don't know how to post. I don't know how to take videos very well. Hopefully my daughter makes it on time and she's not late coming from work. Because it's at 2 o'clock. She works to 1, but sometimes has to work later. She's not too far. She said as long as she gets out of work on time, she should be there on time. So I'm hoping she's there because I really want her with me, especially to eye up, the size of how much room we actually have. Because, like, I look at my living room, imagining it's probably about the size of my living room plus the kitchenette and the bathroom behind it, but I don't know for sure. I figure maybe half of my furniture. I don't have a lot of furniture. I figure maybe half of it can go. And I might have to get rid of this computer cabinet and just buy a cheap desk from Walmart. Or use the end of my table if I can fit my table in. Just use one end of the table. But I always have junk piled on it, which is another thing. I have to go through and get rid of all the junk. Thankfully, my daughter cleaned it all off before the interview, or they may have turned me down for being a slob. She went and cleaned everything off the table. We had a place to sit down and talk and sign papers and all that stuff. So, thankfully for her. And she had enough sense to do that because I don't think it would have dawned on me. I have a twin size. I downsized from a double to a twin because I knew even here I don't have a lot of room. And I knew that this was coming. So I figured I'm going to go ahead. I needed a new bed. Anyhow, that one was over 20 some years old. I definitely needed a new bed. And so I went ahead and I said, I'm just going to get the twin. It's just me. I don't need the extra room. The twin size is big enough for me. So I don't need, the extra room. Yes, I have to move my own furniture. They don't provide furniture. That's the difference between a nursing home and an assisted living. One of the differences is they don't provide furniture. Because that's what I was saying when I first talked to my manager, case manager, about it. And she's like, "You take your own furniture?" I said, "I do." She goes, "Yeah." It's a studio. It's like a studio apartment. It's all, you got a separate bathroom, the kitchenette's along one wall, and then the rest of it's just one big room. So it's like a studio apartment. So when you walk in, you're going to see my bed and everything because it's going to be one big room. But I can't take everything I have here with me. It'll be smaller, it'll be less stuff to take care of. I just wish my daughter would come over here and help me and make me do this because I'm no good at doing it myself. I need I need her, to push me. And she came over 2 days in a row right after we had, like, right around the time we had the appointment. And I thought she was going to keep coming, and then she just suddenly stopped. And now I told her, I says, they're going to call at the last minute, and we're not going to be ready because you didn't come over and we worked on this stuff. So thanks, Jenna. I wish I was stronger and neater and not a slob. I'm definitely a slob. If you look at the mess behind me on the table, you can see the mess. That's, it's just the opposite. That's my window where I'm pointing now. That's the table, and it's covered, as you can see. I need to empty both of those. That's a bookcase on. It's a bookcase, which is packed full of stuff. That's right. You did tell us you got it done in like 5 days. Well, if my daughter was here, we'd get done a lot faster because I'm not getting much done at all. Unfortunately, I spent yesterday separating some of the paper. There's just so much paper. I got 4 drawers, at least 4, and there's a box somewhere of paper too that I know I don't need all this stuff. And I print all this junk out, and it's like, why did you print all that out? Because now it's sitting on a pile on top of my printer. It's a huge pile of paper. And it all has important information on it, so I can't just throw it in the recycle. I have to go through it. And I luckily most of my stuff is digital, but I still have a lot of stuff that gets mailed here that I have to deal with. And I was keeping it like an idiot. So now I have to go through it and I have to start getting rid of it. But I need to stop sleeping all the time. If she comes over, if she's not working, she'll come early, and have to get up early, and we work, for hours, and she doesn't fool around. She's very right at it, which is what I need. And I haven't told my aide yet that I'm even looking at an assistant living place, let alone the fact that I just found out I got one. Because I don't want her quitting on me before I need her to leave. Yeah, you threw so much stuff away. I can imagine. And I know a lot of this has to be thrown out. And then getting stuff to the trash is hard because it goes down a chute, so it can't be heavy. It can't be big. So some of this stuff is going to be hard to get rid of. and then the recycle, and then the furniture. They used to have a big bin out there for the old furniture. I don't know if they still have it, because if they still have that bin out there, then I can, if nobody takes it when I give the put the free sign out, if nobody takes the stuff, I'll have someplace to put it. And like my TV, the TV's no good unless it's hooked up to cable and their remote, because it doesn't even have a remote, or most of the buttons don't work. So the TV isn't. I have an old TV that if I was going to hook it up, unless we buy a new one, and I just don't know how much money. I've been putting some money aside, like taking it out of my account and putting it in the drawer, and trying to because I knew I'm going to need some stuff, and I'm going to have to pay bills, and I'm going to have to pay rent at the same time. I don't know how I'm going to do that, so I tried to save as much money as possible. So I got tomorrow to wait, and then half of half of Monday before I can go. Oh man. I have a small one, which does have a remote control and works. It's just old. It doesn't have any of the things for putting the new, it's not all that internet stuff that you can hook into the new TVs. I don't have. She was saying we might just buy a new TV. But if I don't have cable, then I don't need the TV. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a TV if I don't have cable. And since I don't know how much they're going to let me keep, I can't make plans right now. Like, this may disappear. All this stuff that Funky did for me, if I can't afford to pay $25 a month for their service to allow me to use this stuff, then, you know, I'll have to cut that out, and I'll have to just use what they have that's free. Won't be fancy or anything like that, because it costs money to do that. I don't know whether I'll have it. And then there's cables like $25, and I have Canva Pro, and I'll probably have to get rid of that. Those are like extras, and I can't be buying all these books like I'm doing right now. So I'm doing it now because I have the money right now. That's one of the things I wish I knew, is how much am I going to have each month? Because I have to pay so much of it. And I said to my manager, I said, how am I supposed to do that? I can't come up with this money. She goes, no, they're going to take so much out of your disability. As long as you make a certain amount, it's covered. Yeah, I know. I don't want to lose my Canva Pro. I like my Canva Pro. I mean, I've already cut out a lot of things. The Kindle Unlimited, and all that stuff. The game stage channels I had, or programs I had, and I've already cut all that stuff out. I've been working at it slowly. Yeah. If I'm lucky, I'll walk in and they'll hand me a packet of information, which would be nice. Like, it'd be nice to have layouts of the rooms with the measurements already on them. Because my friend said, make sure you take a tape measure. So I tried to remind my daughter to grab a tape measure so we can kind of see. Yeah, I do too. Of course, I made a ton of book covers, and now I'm probably not going to write the books. But without Canva Pro, you can't do too much in the book covers because there's not too many that are free. I make all my templates, my thumbnails, and my Instagram things. I use Canva Pro for. I don't have YouTube Premium either. I have Netflix, which is not quite $10. And there's stuff on there that I could watch. But I don't watch a lot of TV. Why in the world did the calculator just open on me? I'm not touching anything and the calculator opened. Talk about weird. Like this thing here has so much arts and crafts stuff, which I got hooked on and then decided I didn't like it afterward. Yeah, ghosts. Exactly. And decided, so now I got a ton of stuff. But I have a friend here who's really in the arts and crafts. So I asked her, I said, you still doing them? I said, I don't know if I have anything you're interested in, but I'll give you first crack at whatever I'm not keeping. And then I'll put the rest out in the free pile. But, I told her I'd give her first crack at it. I mean, I'm not planning on trying to sell all this stuff. I'm not going to have a lot of time. I don't have I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, well, I need to organize too. And now I need to get rid of because I really am not going to have room to put the stuff. And like all those books of stickers I got for the planner, I don't do that anymore. So I kept a couple pages to put in my journal because I like putting a little a little sticker. I got a book of the stickers of flowers and different a few other things that I like putting a little one on each new day so it separates it from besides the date it separates it. You can see where the new one starts. But like I have this is all happy planner stuff, all of it, all the way down here, and that's just a small amount. And then I have all these books of stickers. Talk about tons of stickers. These are all for planning. These are happy planner stickers. And I just went through all of them and pulled out ones I think I can use in my journal. But the rest of them, I don't know who is interested in planner stickers. God, they're heavy. They probably cost a mint if I was to mail them to somebody. Because I'm sure if I put a thing out, somebody would want me to mail them to them. But it probably costs them a mint. They're heavy. Because I hardly used any of them. You guys want to do another sprint or what? It's 12 o'clock now. We have an hour left. Ghosts want to do math. Mike likes math, and he swears everything is math, and he drives me crazy. He adds everything up by the numbers and says, it's. it's evil or good by the number it comes out with. He drives me crazy. Allie's back from taking a shower this time. We're just talking right now. I don't know if anybody wants to stream a sprint or not, or just keep talking, or in a way, as annoying as he is, in a way though, I will kind of miss him. Yes, he's a pain in the ass, an absolute pain in the ass. He came up and knocked on my door today and says, "Oh, you have a box downstairs. Why the hell did you not bring it up to me? You know I can't carry it." And he's like, "Well, maybe he'll across the hall will go get it." So I had to knock on his door and get him to go down and get the boxes for me because dummy Mike wouldn't do it. Like if it would suit him, then he would do it. But otherwise, yes, crazy Mike. I'm not going to miss him completely because he's really getting more and more annoying. Maybe one more. All right, let me set up the other timer because that one was screwy. I'll put the regular timer up. Oh, dummy. What did I do? If you're still there, I'm all right. All right, we're starting now. 25 minutes. And this will be the last one. Oh, shoot. Forgot to hit share. Well, I did hit it. It just didn't go to the right page. Share. Okay. There we go. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. You be blessed as well. Nice to see you. We just started a sprint. It'll probably be the last one of the night. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. If I'm not mistaken, it's Maggie. I could be wrong, but I think it's Maggie. She's on Twitch, so sometimes I get confused, but I think it's Maggie. I hope to start catching the sprints again tomorrow. Still trying to recover from the trip to my stepmom's funeral. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know Charlie mentioned something, but I wasn't sure what it was that happened. They didn't go into details, so I wasn't really sure. I just knew something had happened. So I'm so sorry for your loss. It can be difficult. Definitely. I worry about my dad. He's in a nursing home. He's 89 years old. He had a stroke 4 years ago, but his still body's still strong. He just wants to go. Can't. He wants us to let him go. We said, Dad, we don't have that option to let you go. That's not our choice. You have to wait until it's your time to go. And he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. And of course he yells at us, we're doing this to him on purpose. He doesn't understand. He's got a lot of damage, brain damage from the stroke. Unfortunately, with his luck, he'll live to be 100 because he wants to go so bad. 92. Wow. Yeah, my dad has dementia now too, besides the brain damage from the stroke. Oh, sepsis. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as much as that can be a comfort, she's not suffering anymore. It's still, bittersweet. I heard sepsis is really bad. All right. Well, I'm going to mute myself while you guys do whatever you're going to do. Good night, BA. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you soon. I'm sorry if you can hear me crunching. I'm eating animal crackers. So that's our last sprint for the night. $24.73 that time. Well, it's getting late. Still a pretty good amount of work, so. And it's 473 more than I had. So, mm, like I said, I'm sorry I'm crunching if you can hear it. Okay, Misty. Alley cat got 365 words. Good job. I'm not positive. I know there's. I don't know if I can tell from the picture. I know there's at least three, but I don't know if the first floor has rooms or it's just offices and cafeteria and stuff like that. There's 154 rooms. That's the only thing I know for sure. See if I can look at the picture and if I can tell. That one looks like two. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. All right. So there's four floors. The bottom floor might not have rooms in it, but there's four floors. So there's at least three floors. I hope there's some kind of covering on the windows so I don't have to run out and buy curtains and have them put up. I mean, I don't know if all the rooms have windows or not. I don't know how this is laid out. If they don't have like a layout picture, the floor plan. They just have a picture of the outside of the building, which looks really nice. And some of them have patios on them. But I'm sure theirs are probably the private pay for the people that pay the big bucks. Probably not for those of us on Medicaid. And we'll probably get you know, I mean, they're all going to be nice because they're brand new, obviously. Well, it looks like two windows in most of it, but I don't know if there's inner rooms or the front. I can see two windows. Hayden's alive. We're still here. But we're not sprinting anymore. We're done sprinting for the night. So I'm hoping there's something on the windows so I don't have to. Because, like, I never got curtains here. I got shades. But I'm on the sixth floor, so I can't really see in anyhow. I could leave them open and nobody's going to be able to see anything. So we'll see. And depending on what floor I end up on, too. I mean, it only goes as far as four, so it's not going to be as high as it is here. I have to keep my shades closed here because the sun, once the morning sun goes over the building, I have all afternoon and all night with that hot sun blazing in these windows, and it shines right on my screen. Can't see anything. I don't know if they provide curtains or not. If I'm not on the first floor, I'm not so worried about having the windows covered completely. But if I'm on the first floor, I'm going to need something that closes them over because obviously I don't want to be people able to watch, and look in the windows. That's a quick. That's off the website. If you can click on that, I don't know if it's clickable or not. If it's clickable, that'll give you an idea of what I have. Were you able to see it? The Southern Writer. Hi. Yes, I'm on Twitch too. I'm dual streaming. Yeah, I'm dual streaming, so I'm on both. Welcome. We're not sprinting right now. Oh, this is Hayden. Oh, you just changed. All right. That's Hayden. Gotcha. Yep, I'm on both. I do a dual stream. I get a couple people from Twitch every now and then. I have 97 followers on Twitch, but yet I never see anybody. Hardly ever see anybody at all. Really? Looks really nice from the outside. And the room, it shows a quick picture of the room too, so you can see the kitchenette. Yeah, you can show up on either one because I have a dual one. You can see everybody and they can see you, so you can use either Twitch or YouTube, whatever's easier for you. Like two missing. I just remembered I had that open, and I figured I could probably send the link to the page so you can see something. They have three different buildings, and this is the new one. Of course, it's in a different county, which is going to make my Medicaid a pain. I have to get it switched to the other county. I have to change all my doctors. It's going to be a pain. But forget what I'm getting. I guess it's worth it. Some of them I can leave and not worry about, but some of them I really like. I mean, the hardest part is always going to a new doctor. They want all your records. It's going to cost me a mint to get all my records from all my doctors. It depends on what their doctor there can do. Like, if he can handle it, then I don't have to go to a specialist. But if it's not something he can handle, I have to go to a specialist. I hope he can handle a lot. But I'd rather not have to go anywhere. Well, I'm not sure how good it is in Millville, but I know the hospital near me here is shit. I hate it. No, records aren't digitally available. They're going to want all the records. They may fax them, but they're going to charge me per page for everything. And I have huge records because I go to doctors all the time. So even if they want 1 year, let's say, it's going to be a huge amount of paper, and they're going to want a huge amount of money to do it. They charge per page. That's the way it is here. I don't know about other places, but I know here they charge. Every time I've changed doctors, I've had to go and get my records, and I had to pay a fee. One doctor charged me $75. $75 just to get my records. And every one of the pages was a repeat. They did not need all that. So every time I went in for a visit, they put all the information from before. So every visit was huge amount of pages. Instead of just doing a page, for each visit, and they charged me $75 for that. And she says, you got to come in here and pick them up because you got to pay this fee. Not sending them to you till you pay a fee. So I had to go in and drop off a check and pick them up. Pain. I just got a new PCP because mine retired. So I told him, I warned the new guy. I said, "Look, I'm looking for assisted living. I'm going to need you to write me a script referral." He's like, "Whatever you need, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." Because I don't really know him because I went to the other doctor. But he's gone. Because from what I understand, they have to write a referral from your PCP saying that you need to live there. I don't know. I mean, if they could send a fax over to the doctors, it might be able to get around it, but I don't know if they'll do that or not. Usually they make you handle it, and the doctor will make you pay for it. My biggest concern is moving out of the county and having to deal with the Medicaid issue. My Medicaid manager says, "Don't worry about it. Not that big a deal. We'll just transfer it." And I'm like, I hope it's not a big deal. I There's just so many what ifs, and what do I have to do, and how do I have to do it? Mm. And I can't imagine 154 people moving in at one time. So something tells me they're probably going to do it in pieces, so sections. So you imagine 154 people trying to move in on the same day? It wouldn't be possible. So it's probably going to be done in sections. So many, at a time, I guess. Or maybe they will make it all at one time. I don't know. I wish I wasn't a worrywart. I worry about everything. Well, I know they've been interviewing forever, and I don't know whether they've got everybody yet or not. Because some of the places, like I said, are made for people who want a private pay and just want to live in that kind of a place. And then, as they get older, they can add in the different um, things that they need, because they may, when they first move in, they may not need any help at all. They just want to live in a senior place that's available to, have the things they need as they get older. So it's going to be a mixture of people. But they are hard. I mean, the first place got filled up pretty fast, which is good because she told me, because I was upset, she says, don't be. She says, something better is coming along. And when this came along, even though I still hadn't gotten an answer, she says, aren't you glad you didn't take the last one? Because you would have been sharing a room for sure. And this is a brand new place. And then I went online and found out they were all private suites, which made it a lot better. So I don't know how many people, whether they filled all the places yet or not, because you had to go through the hoops, like I'm still going to have to go through more hoops, but you have to go through hoops to get to a certain point because there was a long application process, then the interview process, and now there's more paperwork to be done, but I get to pick my room out beforehand, which I think is neat. At least now I know. It may not be right away, which is fine. I can live here as long as I have to. It's not like I'm losing my place and I need to move in right away, thankfully. But the lucky thing was they had 154 spots, whereas the other one was one opening, and everybody applied for it. Hi, Amelia. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'd have to say this place is meant for me. I mean, well, one, it's closer for one, and more, it's further away for the other one. But the other one doesn't ever come, hardly ever visits, and doesn't do anything. So I'm closer to the one that does most of the stuff for me. So that's good. Because I asked her when they said about that place, I said, is that all right with you? She said, yeah, it's closer for me. It's fine. The other one's pretty far away. It's 30 minutes from where I'm living now. And it may not be quite as bad because the other one can jump right on the highway there that runs right beside it and get off there. So it might not be as far as we think it is because of that highway is right next to her. She can jump on and run it all the way down to where it is located. The guy at work pissed me off, so I'm writing a poem vaguely about it to submit to a scholarship competition. There you go. Sounds like a good idea. I just realized we haven't heard from Gibberish in a while. I know she was here in the beginning. And she was upset about her job. Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't been around much, and I know she's had a rough time the last few night since she's been here. She hasn't been too happy. For all we know, she fell asleep. Hmm. The other thing I looked at was the bank. It's not the bank. My bank is pretty far. It's like 20 miles away, closest branch. And I don't want to have to change banks and change all my. I have two direct deposits I have to change, and so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. He's super creepy, and my fellow female team member tipped me into some creepy things he was saying in her area. He keeps finding time to come and talk to me and tell me I'm not like other girls. Oh boy. Just what you need at work, right? Mister's still here, but her iPad's about to die. She's shopping on Amazon. Hmm. So far, I'm disappointed in the new story I'm reading. Ugh, I've got to go. I'm getting tired, and I didn't take my pain pill, and I'm in pain now. I guess I probably could say something, but I'm hesitant to, hoping it works out and he takes a hint. Hope so too. May not though. So I'm going to head and end the stream now so I can go take my pain pill. And hopefully I can lay down because I'm in pain. I didn't take it earlier. It's way past time. So I will see you guys hopefully on Tuesday. And maybe on Thanksgiving. I don't know. That'll depend on when my daughter's here. If she's still here, I won't be streaming. Chances are she won't be, but I'm not scheduling anything until I know. I haven't been scheduling anything until right before, because when I would go and put all the schedule up, then I'd go in the hospital and it would all be scheduled and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So I've just been scheduling them just before it's time. So I'm going to say good night, and I will try to let you know what happens on Monday. We made plans for the holiday, but don't know how late that will go. Yeah, well, you figure we don't start till 9, so most people are usually done most of their celebrating by then. Amelia says, yeah, I think a lot of people find them creepy, not just women. It's really weird when he comes over and tells a guy about how strong I am in front of me. Sounds like a weirdo. Good night. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. And I will be back on Tuesday. And we'll see what happens Monday when I pick my room. Bye, guys.